Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, world, and welcome to episode 25 of Ball Don't Lie. You know, Starkey, every time I listen to the intro of the show, I just love that. Love our entrance song.
Absolutely.
It really pumped me up. Like, it's just one of those things that gets me going every time we start this show.
Oh, you're ready to run through a brick wall for sure.
Oh, 100%. So, folks, we're a little later in the week than normally. I'm going to go ahead and put the blame on, not on me, but on my kid.
Dad of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, she's got to learn to start owning up to her mistakes and faults. We started on Monday night to do the show. My wife was out with some friends at a teacher convention, or teacher conference, I don't really know. But turns out Harper was sitting here, and I think 20 minutes into us doing it, she would not settle. When I got her to sleep, I set her down on her rocker beside me, and that's when she wouldn't be quiet for 20 minutes. 10 minutes, and I looked at Starkey, and he nicely said, "We'll redo it." I said, "Thank you."
Yeah.
So we're back. We're better than ever. A lot's happened.
Yes, it has.
What's happened since the last time we spoke? So just give you a quick rundown on the show. We have breaking news that happened Monday night that we would have broke during the show because it happened during the show, but we won't spoil it yet. We're going to talk about that breaking news. Jump into the MLB All-Star week. Sorry. We had our predictions. Neither one of our guys won. So, and then Starkey will give you a rundown on his All-Star game, what he thought about it, and he actually did have a couple things right on some of his snubs that he's going to give us a little spiel about. Yeah. NBA free agency is still going on. NBA Summer League just wrapped up. Kind of give you some who we love, who we don't love about the Grizzlies, and vice versa. And then we are T-minus 38 days to, honestly, I think we could say the world's best time of the year.
Oh, 100%.
Football.
It's college football season and then Christmas.
100%. I mean, here's the thing. I get more hype for college football than I do NFL week 1.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
I will spend, we won't get to it right now, but I'll spend all day from 7 a.m. watching game day or 8 o'clock watching game day. And I'll stay up watching the freaking Pac-12 network.
Pac-12 after dark.
At midnight watching a nobody game. I just love it.
Yep.
So, Starkey, we want to talk about the LIV tour too for a little bit as well.
Yep.
So let's get into it. Starkey, I guess it's a good thing that this guy's leaving Memphis. I don't really know.
Yeah. It's kind of bittersweet. A lot more sweet than better.
100%.
So,
break it down for him. Tell him what happened.
So, for those of y'all who don't know what we're talking about, Leon Morris, he is a journalist here in the Memphis area. He broke a story that Alex Lomax is no longer with the Memphis basketball program. He has decided that his college career is over. He's done everything that he can as a Tiger, and he is going to try to get some sort of a bag overseas. Now, why he wouldn't try to go the G League route, beyond me, not sure. Even try to get some like Exhibit 10 contract with Summer League. So the timing of this announcement is super weird. But so Alex Lomax. Important to remember though, A-Love himself has not made anything official. So all we have to go on is what Leon reported. But as of right now, the overwhelming thought right now is that Alex Lomax is done as a Tiger.
You know, it's kind of a bittersweet thing. Granted, the guy loved Memphis. He was honestly one of Penny's first recruits. He broke his commit. Wichita State let him commit to Memphis when Penny took the job. The guy's put it all out there on his heart and soul out on the court. He just sucks. He's not a power 6 starting point guard.
No.
He's too small. He was great in high school. Granted, he was was on a stacked team. You make the argument one of the most stacked teams in high school basketball history, but all the major starters want to go play has played college minutes, or if not, they're going to the NBA or they're in the NBA or could go to the NBA very soon. But he sucked. He was not. So it's a happy thing, but it kind of scares you a little too because that's another roster spot Penny does not have filled, and it doesn't look like we're going to get it filled this late in the summer. Because you got colleges starting next month.
Yeah, within just
2 months, August,
3
September. Yes, so it kind of scares you a little there. So it's still a happy day though. Alex Lomax is done as a Memphis Tiger. The days of me yelling about Penny playing at Lomax over Boogie Ellis, people like that, it's just a glorious day in the Memphis community. And I think only one person in Memphis is sad, and that's Penny Hardaway.
Yeah.
I guess Penny loved him some AMO. Starkey, let's move on to the next subject of tonight. Let's talk about MLB All-Star. You can't really say it's a weekend or a week because it doesn't happen. It's not a week-long event, and it's really not a weekend because it always happens either on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, so it's a 3-day event, but it's not like Friday, Saturday, Sunday like the NBA. It's always Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
The Pro Bowl is always on a Sunday.
Yeah, and the Pro Bowl is always on a Sunday. So with baseball's really weird. They have their All-Star break on the main participation events are on a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. There's a celebrity charity All-Star game on Sunday night. It always kicks it off. The Home Run Derby, which is my favorite event of the break, if I'm being honest, on Monday, and then culminates with the All-Star game actually being played on Tuesday night. So, fun fact, celebrity actually got ejected from the Celebrity All-Star game this year.
Who was it?
Not sure that has ever happened. I'm looking it up now.
I know the Miz was on it. I don't really. I know
it was a big. It was a big celebrity. Bryan Cranston.
Really?
Yeah, he got hit by a pitch, and then was subsequently ejected from the All-Star from the celebrity softball game.
I love it.
So, don't make Walter White mad, y'all.
But let's get into. I think I watch baseball. I like baseball. It's not my favorite out of the 3 major ones, but I will say the Home Run Derby is probably the most electrifying, most entertaining out of all the competitions.
Absolutely.
It's better than Slam Dunk contest now. Granted, you can make the argument the 3-point shootout. It's kind of tit for tat there. Which one's the better one? And then the skills of the Pro Bowl, the quarterback one's probably the most impressive one.
Yeah, for sure.
I do wish they would go back to the quarterback one real fast and do the deep ball. Like how they used to do back in the 90s, 2000s, the QB skill challenge. Let's let Patty Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Let's let them just chunk it deep.
Just
let it ride 90 yards. I'm here for it. But, my guy Acuna got screwed. His pitcher, Perez, sucked.
Which is really hard to do because you're throwing overhanded, but you're not really. You're throwing like 20 miles an hour.
Well, the issue with him, the Acuna's pitcher guy, was he was throwing him to the opposite. He was throwing him inside. Acuna needed him outside.
Yeah.
And he was having to pull every single one. That's what killed him. And plus, he almost got killed walking out with the pyrotechnic stuff. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And I know you kind of want to break down this a little bit more because you have a theory, but I think all of us were the happiest That big Al, Albert Pujols. He hit 13. I think everybody in the country watching was like, okay, Albert, you did great. That was great. And you see Schwarber. Was it Schwarber? Yes.
Schwarber. Yeah. Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber. You see Schwarber get up there, and one of the favorites to win. I think he was the second best odds to win it. You see, holy crap, he only hit 13. And they do a 1 minute time off. And I sent other people the same joke right there was, what was his name? Who was the wrestler?
It looked kind of Chris Jericho, but I don't think it was.
It was, I can't think of the guy's name, but he did the fancy, he was part of D-Generation X. Look it up. He gave Ric Flair the kiss, and when he was ordered, he said, "I'm sorry." He mouthed the words, "I'm sorry," and then said, "I love you." That's how I felt with Shawn Michaels. Yeah, oh my gosh. That's how I felt with someone saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the perfect thing. When Schwarber saw him when he had 13, I was just like, "I'm sorry. I love you. I'm about to go beat you." I don't think he threw it, because if you watch, half his balls were hit on the ground. I think it wasn't his night. And plus, I think you're playing for money, a cash prize. And I only know one time in MLB All-Star games that something's been thrown. That was Derek Jeter's last All-Star game, his first at bat. I don't remember who the pitcher was, but they gifted him a ball, like a 70-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, and told him where it was going before the game even started. And Jeter got a single out. That's the only time. Now, let's hear your theory.
So, I'm happy for you, and I'm going to let you finish. All right. To quote Kanye West, there is no way, in my humble opinion, and okay, let me say this. I'm usually not a big conspiracy theory guy. There's this one and one other major conspiracy theory that I hold to. All right. If you want to know about it, look me up on social media. I'll be glad to talk to you about it. You cannot tell me that Kyle Schwarber, the man who I believe leads the National League in home runs, lost unintentionally to a man who, in the first half of the season, has 6 home runs in the first half. I honestly think, and I was talking to my wife about this. She thinks that it was good on Schwarber for doing this. I mean, I get it. Pujols is a legend, first ballot Hall of Famer, all those good things. Glad he participated in the Derby, All-Star game, all that good stuff. There is no way that Kyle Schwarber should have lost to him, and then only coming back and losing in the sudden death by 1 home run. Come on. I'm just saying. There's no way. Yes, he pulled a lot of his he shanked a lot of the ones that he actually, that left his bat, but there's no way Schwarber, Bam Bam, should have lost that home run derby.
Hey, I'm still holding on faith that he did not do it. But let's move on to it. So Pete Alonso was trying to get a three-peat.
Yeah.
What's funny is the whole time during it, you see him in there. He was doing deadlifts, but then he was meditating. I love it. He took the thing like it was actually the World Series. I love that. And then he lost to probably the most shocking guy of the night, Mr. J. Rod of the Seattle Mariners,
Julio Rodriguez,
who hit 16 home runs in the NBA season or MLB season. Sorry, so far before it hit, I think it was 80 total home runs that night.
Something I believe he had 61 in the first 2 rounds alone.
I think it was 81 because I think he was 10 behind Vlad Jr. So Vlad Jr. owns the record for most home runs in an All-Star in a home run derby. It's 91. I think it was 81. Yeah. I remember seeing a glance through it, but he knocked off the champ, and you're like, okay, this kid's got it. And then Sato, my boss told me this today. So Sato turned down that 15-year deal,
$440 million.
Apparently, right before it, the National said, you can't ride our plane there. Like, you gotta get your own flight.
I think it was okay. I read it was after that. They were so upset that he turned them down. They were like, "We're not gonna you have to fly coach."
I read it was like on the way there, and they said, "Yeah, you gotta fly get your own flight." So he was flying coach. So right now, the top 3 teams to get him are the Cardinals, Padres, and Yankees to land him.
Yep.
Granted, if I'm them, I'm not making.
The rich getting richer.
Well, the Cardinals, you got to give a lot away to get him. A lot.
As far as prospect wise, though, I was talking to my buddy Austin. He's a big Cardinals fan. Prospect wise, the Cardinals are the team that can do it. And their general manager, John Mozeliak, I think is how you pronounce it. He's shown that he's not afraid to go out and get stars. He got Noah Arenado from the Rockies. He got Paul Goldschmidt, and those guys were not cheap.
Well, here's the thing: get him, and then he's going into his last year of his deal.
Yeah, he'd be a rental.
Are you fine with giving that much up for a rental? I don't know, but we'll talk about this probably more on as it goes. But Sato ended up winning it, shocked everybody. Let's go. Stuck it to the Nationals. Love it. Now, this is what I know that pissed you off. The streak just continues, baby. AL. What's the streak now?
So,
is it 9?
As of last night, the American League has now beaten the National League 9 times in a row. And I believe it is 16 of the last 19 times. The National League has not won the All-Star game since 2012.
You know what the best thing is, though? It was a Yankee guy that won it, which makes it even sweeter for me. But how about Giancarlo Stanton's home run? About that, I think everybody's seen it by now. The picture of the ball literally hitting his bat looks like it's rubber and plastic.
Yeah.
You just see like he's literally been kicking the ball, like bending the ball in with his bat. It's a wooden bat, regular ball. You're like, holy crap, how strong is this guy? And I love it.
Well, he's already the tallest guy in the majors. No, that's Judge. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Judge. No, there's another guy tall. There's a 7-footer pitcher, I believe. But Judge, yeah, we literally have the 2 of the best home run hitters in baseball when healthy. Emphasis on the win.
Now, I will say this though, as far as storylines, it was cool to see Stanton win it because Stanton is from the LA area. He went to high school. I think they said 13 miles or something from Dodger Stadium. He said that he and his dad would take him to games. They would go and try to get scout tickets. And he said the area where they always sat was in left field, and that home run landed in left field.
I love it.
So as far as storylines go, I can't hate on that. That's pretty cool. But National League, get it together.
Maybe next year. So All-Star Game is great.
I'm a Cubs fan. There's always next year.
Hey, we all are rebuilding, so. But hey, All-Star Game was great again. Can't wait till next year. I don't know where it's at, but I'll figure that out probably tomorrow when I Google it where the next All-Star Game is. Love it. Probably another entertaining one. Now let's jump into it. We had another great thing over the weekend that we had the British Open Championship.
Yes, we did.
Mr. Cam Smith, the Aussie, oi, 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 had probably played one of the most beautiful rounds of golf we've ever seen. I think he shot a -7 for the day and ended up beating McIlroy.
Yeah. Which there's something
so beautiful.
There's a game on ESPN called The Streak. And one of the options that you could pick, there's no money involved, anything like that, but one of the options was either Rory or the field. And I think at the time, I believe it was on Saturday, Rory had like a 63% chance to win it. And
Oh, he's playing like a god.
yeah, he was
But then you
playing
got
at
Sunday
max.
Rory. Sunday Rory kicked in and Cam took over, and I love it. But I was actually cheering for the LIV players, and we'll get into that in a second. Just
Yeah.
because you have an LIV guy win, I think everybody in the PGA knew, everybody that follows golf, always been following this whole new golf league. LIV knows that the PGA guys kind of have their own thing. Like, hey, we're in it for the history. We don't want the money. That's great. It's basically PGA guys versus LIV guys. So if an LIV guy would have won, I 100% believe the PGA would have said, "Yeah, y'all are done. Y'all can't come back and play another Open the rest of your lives.
Yeah.
You're banned." Unfortunately, no LIV guy won, but on Monday, Mr. Cam Smith is believed to have signed a $90 million contract to go play on the LIV.
And that wasn't the only guy making the jump from
NBC
PGA.
announcer, golf, NBC, one of the best announcers they have, David Faraday, gone.
He's gone.
And there is a rumor, I don't know this one exactly, but apparently Charles Barkley and the LIV are talking. They love him. They know Charles is a big golf guy, even though he sucks. But here's the thing. Charles Barkley doesn't know when to shut up, and he says a lot of stupid things. So I'm kind of worried on that front because we all can remember he called the women of San Antonio fat and they eat too many churros. What are you going to say in a country where women can't even show their faces? I am scared. All you can see is their eyes. I am afraid. Charles, it's probably in your best interest to stay in America, honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
But so
that would take away a big part of the TNT basketball broadcast, though.
I don't think he would leave TNT. He would probably do both.
Okay.
Fly back and forth. Because remember, TNT only does it on Thursdays.
Yeah, that's true.
But so let's get into the next topic. We have an ad, though.
We do have an ad.
You know, Starkey, it hasn't rained in a while.
No, it is not.
It has not. So my car is not getting a free wash. So one thing I'm going to do is I like to give my man John Pope at DeSoto Cleaners a call and get my car washed and detailed. Folks, I promise you, I am a lifetime fan of them. I think they're one of their first customers. Love it. Love them. They do a great job. They will come to your work. They will come to your house, or you can meet them somewhere. They will come to you while you are or even if you're at the grocery store. I'm pretty sure they will pull up at a Walmart and clean your car and do all that for you while you're there.
That's service.
They will come to you, just like the auto glass people. They will come to you on your terms and clean your vehicle for you. They do a great job. Give them a call. Find them on Facebook at DeSoto Cleaners. John Pope. Use them. Love them. Love it. Starkey, NBA. We actually had. This is gonna break you. We actually do have some breaking NBA free agents. Mac McClung.
Yeah.
Oh, you already know. Dang it, you know. I was gonna say Mac McClung has signed a 1-year contract with the Golden State Warriors. The rich get richer, and it pisses me off today for the culture.
We also have breaking news. It dropped a little after 6 about James Harden.
Oh, well, yeah. Who cares? No. Throw that out the door.
But yeah, I'm heartbroken.
And he signed a 2-year deal making bank. Oh, wow. Mac McClung played his way to a contract, and I love it. Even though it's a 1-year deal, playing time's going to be a little tough there, but gosh, they are so deep.
Yeah, for sure.
Granted, they lost a couple guys. They lost Otto Porter Jr. They lost Toscano, but dude, they are just retooling. But holy cow! So let's get into it. DeAndre Ayton.
Yes.
That saga finally came to an end. He tweeted about it. So everyone knows DeAndre Ayton wanted a 5-year super or max contract. What did he get? I think it was 5 years, 185. He wanted that.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm
Something
not
like that.
taking anything less than that." Can't blame him. Hey, get your money.
Yeah.
He's a first-round draft pick, so they hold the right. If they can choose to hold the right to him and match anything if they want to. Same. That's like the issue with Jared Culver right now. We can technically match anything with him because he's a first-round draft pick. So everyone, his max on the market would be 4 years, 140, or I think it's 4 years, 144. Or I think it's 133. Either way, 4 years, 133. Yeah, that's it, 133. So everyone knew that. So Indy said, "Let's go. We want you." 5 minutes later, Phoenix said, "Come on back. We're going to match that."
No, just kidding.
We're going to get you for, I think, basically $20 million cheaper than what you wanted. Let's save a little money.
Yeah.
So Ayton is pissed. So I was listening to The Ringer with Kevin O'Connor and Chris Vernon, my idol. And they were talking about another guy from the Ringer, Rajon Bell, who previously played for the Phoenix Suns from 2003 to 2008. I'm sorry, it was 2005, 2008. My bad. His contract was coming up, and he had a dinner with Robert Saver. Sorry, my bad. Robert Saver had dinner with him and said, "Hey, man, my contract's coming up end of the year. I want to stay in Phoenix. My wife and me love it here. We want to buy a house full time, not a rental. We want to start having kids." He said, "But I want a raise to stay here." So Robert Saver said, "Yeah, you do deserve a raise, but I'm not going to give it to you." And Rajon said, "What? Why?" He said, "Because I don't want to. And if I don't want to, I don't have to. And I don't have to." So Rajon left that summer. And that's kind of like this whole Ayton thing. He said, "Hey, I don't want to pay you that much money. I don't want to pay you a max contract, and I'm not going to." Just like he did with Rajon. He did the same thing with Ayton, and guess what? He got the deal he wanted to sign him with.
Yeah.
4 years, 133. But here's the kicker. KD.
Off the table.
No one knows where KD is. So KD's still in the market, except now this takes Phoenix out of it for now.
Yeah.
Because Ayton cannot get traded till, I think you said January, right?
January 15th, yes.
January 15th, per his contract, all that, with him signing it, he is untradeable between now and January 15th. Well, you don't really, I don't know. You could throw Booker, but you'd be stupid to trade Booker.
Because KD wants to play with Booker.
Well, I think KD just wants to play with stars, but even if you trade Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Jay Crowder, that's not enough to make the deal work.
Absolutely
4 or 5 that's not enough. But that would be one heck of a team. But I don't know. I don't know where KD's. I don't think he's going. I'm taking him off Phoenix. I don't want him at Memphis.
Yeah, I'm off that train now. I don't think I told you that.
I would love it. I just don't want to give up so many players for him. So that leaves Miami. You can make that work. Give up Hero. Give up Duncan Robinson. I think you can get by with giving up Lowry, but give up Lowry, keep Bam. That way you have the big three of Butler, Bam, and KD, that's a scary lineup right there.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know where another destination would be.
I can't think of any. I think Miami is still, like you said, because they were the favorite coming in. Right now, I still think it's Miami or bust for KD.
So right now, if you look on any gambling website, like I look on FanDuel, they have right now the Nets, I think, at basically the 10th to 12th best odds to win the NBA championship. Which kind of shows you, okay, KD is not coming back. Because if KD was there with Kim, Kyrie, and Simmons, guess what? They'd probably be 3rd or 4th best odds to win.
Yeah.
Not 10th, 12th. They're down there with the Grizzlies and Nuggets on the odds to win the NBA Finals, which that kind of lets you know Vegas knows that he will not be there no matter what.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. And then you still got the Russell Westbrook saga. I do think this will be LeBron's last year in LA.
I agree.
I think I love Russ. It's not Russ's fault. It's just LeBron's got to have the ball in his hands to be good. He's not a shooter. Russ is the same way. And AD can't stay healthy. You lost too many good players. You lost Malik Monk. It was probably your best shooter on the team. You did not get better in the offseason.
You lost Alex Caruso, probably your best defender.
Well, Caruso's been gone.
Well, yeah. I mean, recently. Within the last couple of years, for sure.
Oh, yeah, but it's just I don't. You're definitely screwing yourself.
I was going to ask you this on Russ. What were your thoughts when you read that Russ fired his agent?
I love it. And then there's drama saying that his agent said that it's basically he said she stuff about how he wanted out of LA. No, I wanted out. That's what it is, right? Yeah.
So yeah, essentially. But then you have the report that we talked about. I think it actually happened Monday afternoon of LeBron, AD, and Russ getting on a conference call saying, we're going to try to make this work.
Stupid. So
it's not going to happen.
Here is the LA lineup real fast. I pulled it up. You have Russ, Kendrick Nunn, Scottie Pippen Jr. Your two would be Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker, or Max Christie. He must look like a bust so far. Small forward, you got LeBron, Talen Horton-Tucker, Troy Brown Jr., Cole Swider. Power forward, Anthony Davis, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Stanley Johnson. And then center, you got Thomas Bryant, Damian Jones, Winning Gabriel. That's a terrible lineup.
Yeah.
Even if they're healthy, that's terrible, terrible lineup. I read something on Bleacher Report about that lineup that they have them in I think 20th in starting lineups. That's terrible. I think we were 10th.
So let me ask you this. If and when, because I think, just my personal opinion right now, I think it's a foregone conclusion that Kyrie comes to the Lakers. You swap out Russ and Kyrie somehow.
Well, the issue is you got to find a team. The Nets don't want Russ. San Antonio has said, I believe I've read, San Antonio would take Russ's contract and be part of that deal, except they want a first-round draft pick. And Jeannie Buss, like you've told me the other day, she does not want to give up a first. And that was the same way for this was the same thing when they were trying to do the trade at the trade deadline for John Wall. They did not want to give up a first-round draft pick for John Wall. You missed out on John Wall. Don't miss out on your chance to get Kyrie because it's pretty obvious that LeBron is wanting Kyrie, 100%.
Yeah, I think LeBron wants Kyrie. I think Kyrie wants to play with LeBron again. Kind of run back that magic of the Cavs days.
I still don't think if you get Kyrie, that's going to be a championship contending team.
No, but I think they're closer than they would be with Russ.
Yes and no. They just play two different total things. But it'll be interesting to see what happens the next couple weeks because there's going to be more stuff that happens. Let's break down Grizzlies Summer League.
Yep, let's do it.
Unfortunately, we came back ringless. And it breaks my heart. I thought we were going to win the first ever Summer League championship ring. You had a team full of 2s and 3s year veterans on it. And you're just like, yes. Yeah. And the rookies, and I was so pumped after the Salt Lake City one.
Yeah.
And then we got humbled.
Yeah, we did. Royally humbled.
So just kind of give you a quick synopsis of some of the guys and my opinions, and then let you hear some of yours. Kenny Lofton Jr., I would say one of the most shocking ones in this whole Summer League. 15 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 2 assists a game on 57% from the field. Here's the thing with Kenny. He can score.
Yep.
There's 2 things that's going to make or break him in the NBA. One is rebounding at his size.
Yeah.
Zebo was one of the best pound-for-pound rebounders in NBA history. At 6'8", 6'9", Zach Randolph could not jump.
No.
But he knew how to position his body Whereas he could get rebounds all day long on Rudy Gobert. He could get rebounds on anybody whenever he wanted to in his prime. Kenny Lofton, you're going to have to do the exact same thing to be successful. And the second one is you got to get in shape. You're a big guy. I'm fine with you weighing 275. Here's the thing. You have to be in shape. I don't want you to drop 30 pounds. No. That's part. You're big. Round mound of basketball. I love it. You got to be able to get up and down the floor and move. You've seen these bigger guys coming out of college, like Glenn Big Baby Davis.
Yep.
Who was the guy from Purdue that just died? The basketball player. Look it up for me.
Give me 2 seconds.
Him. There's other guys in the NBA. You got to manage your weight and stay in shape. I can't think of his name now. Because all these guys had great college careers. Caleb Swanigan, yes. All these guys, Glenn Baby Davis was great up to the last 5 years of his career when he got too big. Caleb Swanigan, RIP, got too big.
Zion?
We're not there on Zion. He looks healthy somewhat. So you got to manage your weight and don't get out of shape.
His conditioning
is
a problem.
So the future's high on him. I think keep him on that two-way just for now. But he's going to have a 10, 12-year NBA career.
Like we said, though, that South Haven team is going to be stacked.
As long as he does those two things, works on rebounding and keeps his body in shape, Kenny Lofton's going to be great. That's a good steal there. The next one is Zaire. I don't know. I loved what I saw. Ball management or on the ball. We had flashes of being a playmaker, and then we had flashes of us not being a playmaker.
Yeah.
He didn't take that leap I wanted him to take. Maybe I set the bar too high last year from Bane.
Yeah, I think
he's about 3 or 4 years younger than Bane at the time. Or about 3 years younger than Bane. But you're the 10th overall pick. You're way more athletic than Bane.
Yeah.
Bane last year when he was in Summer League, everyone and their mother knew he was the best player on the court, and he played like that. So you got to step it up, man. I think that's probably going to be his play during the Summer League is going to be why we keep Dylan Brooks about to the NBA trade deadline.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's ready to be our starting three just yet. The next one is my guy, Mr. Jake LaRuvia. One of the purest jump shots I've seen.
Oh, it is gorgeous. If y'all have not seen the video, sorry.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but Larry Bird 2.0. Like I said last week, I got hated on for it, but white Larry Bird, baby.
If y'all have not seen a video of Jake's jump shot, pause this, Google it, and then come back and hit play so y'all know what we're talking about.
Here's the thing. You got to tell him to take his shots.
Yeah.
He took 14 shots in 4 games in the Summer League. That's terrible. And you came in as a shooter.
Yeah. That's why the Grizzlies drafted him, was to be a shooter.
So that kind of, if you watch the Summer League games, you saw that he was kind of getting the ball late and stuff, and he was just trying to keep the ball moving, just trying to be a rookie. Dude, find your role. Look at Zaire. Starting the season, Zaire was staying in the quarter, shoot a corner three, that's it. Towards the end of the middle of the season, he started finding a role a little. Putting the ball on the ground and going to the basket. Jake, you got to do the same thing, dude. I need you to play piss. Here's the thing. Ja and Bane are going to kick it out to you. You will get your shots on the outside. I need you to make sure we take them.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Ja's never going to tell you to quit shooting.
Right.
Ja knows shooter's going to shoot.
Yeah.
And Ja's going to make sure you get your wide open shots. And all I want you to do is knock them down. The next guy, I was extremely shocked by, and I want this jersey. Haven't decided on what color I wanted it yet. I want a David Roddy jersey. So freaking bad. I'm in love with this guy. 15 points, 44% from the field, 5 rebounds a game, and 1.6 assists. I honestly will say he's so far going to be the best rookie of this class just right now. Larivia has a higher ceiling just because of what he can do, but Roddy is the most game NBA ready right now. Like you could plug him in and he would flow. The game would not end. Like the game would just be flowing perfectly, beautifully. Struggled at first. I believe the coaching staff said, "Dude, shoot it. Play your game. Don't worry about everyone else. Play David ball."
Yeah.
Did that? Oh my gosh. We were seeing the tomahawk dunks. We were seeing him go to the basket. We were seeing his little spins. I love it.
Have we found the 4 of the future?
Don't know it. No. 6'5"? Lord, no. Maybe in small
I
ball
forgot he's only 6'5".
Oh yeah. He weighs it. He weighs like a 4, but no, we're not there yet. So Chandler, we'll get it together. People don't worry about Kenny Chandler. He's one of the hardest working guys I've seen. He'll be fine. Don't y'all worry. His shots will come. You got Ja and Tyus. Tyus made Ja a better shooter with the floater game. Mm-hmm. He'll get Kennedy Chandler's floater game going strong. And you got 2 of the best point guards. You got one of the best point guards and the best backup point guard in the NBA in front of you. Yeah. You're going 100%. To learn a lot and be great. And I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on Santi?
So I still think Santi's 1 year away. I think with Jaren being out probably until Christmas, maybe a little bit after, given with caution, I think Santi will play some minutes that he probably shouldn't, just out of necessity. But overall, I still think he's a year away.
You saw flashes of him, like, oh my gosh!
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He was named second team All Summer League.
Yep.
So I love it. I think he's, like you said, 1 year away. The coaches and Kleiman and Jenkins love him to death.
Mm-hmm.
They say him in practice is one of the best things ever. This is your time. The starting 4 spot right now is up for grabs. Santi, it is literally yours for the taking. BC, I love BC. I'm one of the biggest Brandon Clark fans.
You are the biggest BC fan.
He is not the starting 4 just because of who's out there. If it was Jaren out there, yeah, you can start BC at the 4. But with Steven Adams out there, you cannot start Brandon Clark at the 4. Santi, you can't stretch the floor. You're pretty good in pick and roll defense. You can defend. You can get rebounds. It's your time, buddy. The spot is yours right now.
Yeah.
So, and I do think we will make a trade somehow in some way. I don't know for who, but I think but before tip off of game 1, you will see the Grizzlies make a trade.
Oh, well, yeah. At least some sort of transaction, because we're 1 player over the we have 16. We have to get down to 15.
Oh, I can tell you now. Tilly's gone.
Yeah, Tilly's gone for sure.
Tilly's definitely on the outside looking in. He's going to have an amazing preseason, and he can't stay healthy. So I read he was actually supposed to play in Summer League with X, but Tilly still has not recovered from his injury.
Which is something you don't want to see.
No.
That does not give me confidence at all.
And then X did not take that. He didn't dominate like I wanted him to dominate as a third-year guy playing in Summer League. He's played pivotal minutes in playoff games.
Yeah.
I love X. He has a spot in the NBA. I don't know if it's with us. I wish it was with us, but
yeah, I was going to say X was my biggest disappointment from Summer League for sure. How often do you really see third-year guys playing in Summer League anyway? But just from the flashes that he showed his rookie year, like you said, the pivotal minutes he played last year, he should have gone out and just absolutely balled out in summer
I
league,
would
but
have been
he
fine with him
didn't do it.
averaging 13 and 10, but he couldn't even give me that.
No, he couldn't. He just couldn't do it.
No. So I think X will be on the roster next year, but I think next year will be his last year at Memphis.
Yeah, I don't see him getting the rookie extension.
I don't either. So let's move on to the heart and soul of tonight's show. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Folks, we will go over an hour tonight. I'm going to be honest with y'all. We'll try to keep it under an hour 30. Starkey, we are like I said earlier, T-minus 38 days from college football.
Until the
SEC Media Day is going on. Tomorrow's the last day.
Yep.
I challenged you, gave you a list of teams that I know our viewers are fans of. Let's break them down, give you our win totals. But before we do that, I asked you to give me a Heisman Trophy candidate that you are rooting for. If I gave you $100 and said, throw this 100 on them, who would you put your hundo on?
I'm not saying I'm rooting for him just because I'm sick of the team, but I got to go CJ Stroud. I mean, I hope it's not Ohio State. I'm sick. I'm just as sick of Ohio State as the next guy. But he's going to be in New York, and at least he's going to be a finalist. Unless somehow he shockingly, sadly gets hurt, which hope doesn't happen, or he just gets a really bad case of the yips and forgets how to throw a football. He'll definitely be in New York. So I would go CJ Stroud.
So that's it. That's a good one there. And I hate to say it too, but yes, we may have another Ohio State quarterback win it. By the way, who was the last Ohio State quarterback to win the Heisman Trophy? He won over my boy Darren McFadden.
I'm seeing his face.
He wore number 10. Are you Googling it? You're Googling it over there, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Troy Smith. I'm not going to let you beat me. It was
Yeah,
Troy
okay.
Smith.
I knew.
The year they went to the national championship against LSU. It's the year they won.
He played for the Ravens for a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he played for them and the 49ers. He's most known for him and Mike Singletary getting into it during a game.
Yeah, I knew he went on to play for the Ravens, but I just could not pick out Troy Smith's name.
Okay, so I have two guys. One of them is kind of just a fun one.
Okay.
My fun one is Sam Hartman.
Okay.
Quarterback for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. So I've been a fan of Sam Hartman since I saw Beyond the Lights. And I was like, holy cow. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I just looked it up. It was Florida that they got destroyed to, not LSU. I apologize there. It was 41-14. Chris Leak won on that. Sorry, but I had to correct myself there. I knew I was wrong. But Sam Hartman, guy is a gunslinger. Look what he led them to a great bowl game last year. I forgot what bowl game it was, but he took Wake Forest to where they've never been before, besides one time back in 2006, national spotlight. Sam Hartman last year threw for 3,900 yards, 36 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Not the best interception radio, but TD to interception radio, but hey, I'm cool with it. And then he added on 11 rushing touchdowns.
Legitimate dual threat.
On 342 rushing yards. So, yeah, not the biggest dual threat, but love it. So, Sam Hartman plus 5,000 to win the Heisman Trophy win. So, hey, have a little fun, why don't we? 100 will get you $50,000. Just throwing it out there, folks. So my guy that I would actually feel confident putting money on is Mr. Caleb Williams, transfer from Oklahoma to the University of Southern California.
The University of Spoiled Children.
So 21 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. And he added 6 rushing touchdowns as well. Granted, numbers aren't the best, but I'm telling you, he's going to thrive there. He also had 1,900 passing yards. Guy is going to thrive in this offense. You're adding the reigning Biletnikoff winner, Jordan Addison, 1,600 yards, 17 touchdowns with Kenny Pickett, who a lot of people aren't high on him in the NFL. A lot of people are way more higher on Caleb Williams than they are than Kenny Pickett. So, Oh my gosh. And then he also has a Mr. Brendan Rice. You know who his dad is? Jerry Rice.
I was about to say, with that last name, there can only be one.
He's 6'3", 205 pounds. We already know the Pac-12 doesn't play defense. Holy cow. They were going.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going
and you have Lincoln Riley. You have the Lincoln Riley playbook.
Oh, dude, they're going to light it up in LA, and I'm going to I don't really care if they win. They're not going to win because it's LA. And I think Lincoln Riley's a sissy for leaving Oklahoma, but But I would put money on Caleb Williams. So let's jump into our teams right now. We're going to start off with a favorite. We're going to go to the list of my notes. Sorry, I didn't have time to pull them off my notebook. Sorry. Let's start off with the University of Arkansas Razorbacks. As you can see right behind me, repping Darren McFadden behind me, signed jersey, just throwing it out there. Coming off, honestly, our best season in so long. You're returning a lot of your team. You got KJ Jefferson coming back, 2,600 yards, 24 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, 664 rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. Guys, going to have a breakout year. I'm calling it. So, you lost Traylon Burks, one of the best wide receivers from last year, honestly. And I would say arguably the best wide receiver in Arkansas history. And we've had some good ones. You're replacing that with a Jaden Hazelwood, who's 6'3", 202. Last year with Caleb Williams had 400 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. Former 5-star in 2019, 4th overall prospect, number 1 wide receiver in his class. And per 24/7 Sports, he is ranked as the 133rd best player of all time. I'm telling you, and Kendall, I have a love-hate relationship with Kendall Briles, but Kendall's going to make sure this guy gets his touches.
Yeah.
Watch him have a similar season as Traylon Burks did, if not better. Another guy is look out for wide receiver is Malik Hornsby.
Okay. Yeah, he's actually one of my 2 players to watch also.
This is my dad's favorite player. Malik is honestly, you wouldn't believe this if I told you the quarterback's the fastest guy. He's the fastest guy by at least 3 seconds in a 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
There are rumors that he runs a 40-yard dash in 4.1 seconds.
That is quick.
He won a lot of 100-meter. He won a lot of state championships in track and field in high school. He was on the national championship winning 4x1 team in high school. That's how fast he is. And he was the anchor, which is the fastest guy on the team.
Yeah.
And you're also replacing it with, and you also got Keyshawn Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he's a fret coming to a sophomore year. Granted, you had Traylon Burks last year. You had other guys getting touches, but he had 97 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. I promise you, Sam Pittman said today, Keyshawn Jackson's going to have a breakout year this year. Another thing, too, is the best thing about Arkansas, we led the country in rushing yards last year.
Please don't take my player.
Huh?
Please don't take my other player.
Oh, not yet. But nobody ranked us in the top 25 top 10 rushing teams. Granted, we're a running back by committee team. You know what? Go ahead. Who's your guy? I think I know who it is.
Mr. Rocket Sanders.
Rocket! I love
Mr. Rocket Sanders.
6'2", 225 running back. Who actually they're still talking about putting him at wide receiver too. That's how big and fast he is. I know.
That'd be insane.
578 last year, 5 rushing touchdowns. You had Dominic Johnson, 6 foot, 230, 575, 7 rushing touchdowns, and you got another guy, AJ Green, who is the fastest one out of the 3, 227, 1 rushing touchdown. So we got 3 running backs we can hit you with. I love it. So let's break down their schedule real fast. Cincinnati, I'm going to win.
Okay.
Too much. They lost too much in Cincinnati. Desmond Ridder, he lost Sauce Gardner. First game of the season in Fayetteville. Good luck, Woo Pig. South Carolina. I think that's going to be a tougher game than people think. But I'm not sold on Spencer Rattler.
Not that early in the season, no.
No. That's a win. Mizzou State. The return of Bobby Petrino, baby, to Fayetteville.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, it's like Hugh Freeze coming back to Oxford.
Hey, I was there that day.
It's one of those bittersweet days. That's a win. And this is where it starts getting tough for us. A&M. That's going to be a tough game, a revenge game. I say we lose that game.
Okay.
It's just a tough game. I don't think – I hate to say it. I want to say a win, but it's going to be a lot tougher than I think. The next one is Bama. That's an L. But it's in Fayetteville, and we almost beat them last year. We got Rom doing play.
Okay.
I think that's going to be a lot closer than people think, too. And then we got to go to Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State comes to us, actually. No, we got to Starkville, my bad. Sorry. I couldn't read my handwriting. Sorry, Mom. Mississippi State, that's a win. I just think the air raid's not that effective in the SEC. And we were the first team to exploit it, so.
Yeah, exactly.
BYU, that's a trap game there.
Yeah, 100%.
Going to Brigham Young in the middle of SEC play, tough game, but I think you win.
Yeah.
Auburn, they're a dumpster fire right now. That's a win. Liberty, win. Ole Miss, win.
Okay.
Mizzou, win.
Okay.
Grant, I think the Ole Miss LSU game could go either way. So I have Arkansas slotted to going 10-2 or 9-3. 10-2 best case, worst case. I think you can go 9-3 or 8-4.
Okay.
What do you have my Hogs going?
I have your Hogs at actually the same. I do believe the Ole Miss game could go either way. Right now, I have a little bit of homer bias. I have Ole Miss winning that game right now, but could honestly go either way. So I have Arkansas going 9-3 if they lose to Ole Miss, 10-2 if y'all beat the Rebs.
Whoa, Ole Miss fan being non-biased there. I love it.
I'm trying.
So ESPN and FanDuel have Arkansas's win percent over under wins at 7.5.
Take the over.
Plus 140.
Y'all will never hear me say
You gotta ride the over on that one, 100%.
Y'all will never ever hear me say this again, but take the over.
So the next team, I don't know if it's in your order. Sorry, it's in mine. I dropped my notepad. Let's do Memphis.
Okay, we can do that.
This is actually, to me, I think one of the tougher teams to break down.
Yes, 100%.
Memphis is always one of those
teams.
teams. You have your quarterback there, Seth Hennigan.
Yes.
Who a lot of people did not think he was going to be starting last year until Grant Gunnell got hurt right before the season. Seth got in and you let it ride. And then a couple months ago, Grant Gunnell said, yeah, I'm out. You were hoping he would have stayed just for backup insurance, but
so Silverfield's riding with the Henny God.
I love it. So Hennigan last year balled out.
Yep.
Freshman of the year in the AAC. Had 3,322 passing yards, 25 touchdowns to 8 interceptions.
That does not suck.
No, he doesn't. That's freaking amazing for a freshman. The one issue though with Memphis, and I'll get into in a second, is once they find a player, it's that player or bust. It was
one-dimensional.
It was Anthony Miller one year. It's just every year they find a guy, and that's the guy they're getting the ball to.
In the last 2 years, it's been Calvin Austin.
Calvin Austin, Anthony Miller, Sean Dykes, and that's the guy you're giving it to. And then you got Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah,
they're gonna find a guy, and it's gonna be boom, boom, boom. And then you had Tony Pollard and Darrell Henderson. That's all it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Who was the guy? No, and it was what's his name? Oh, DeMonte Coxey. Yes. Coxey can't forget about him. Could have been, but Gibson, yes, Antonio Gibson, who was underused though, but
100%.
So one thing with Memphis is, and they've seen it even with two different coaches now, in Norvell and Silverfield, is they find a guy, and that's the one guy they're going to make sure it touches the ball the whole time.
Yep.
And they will try to scheme the best. So running back, you actually had the shocker last year, Brandon Thomas, 669 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns. And you also have a backup, Rodriguez Clark, 387, 4 touchdowns. So kind of what we talked about, you lost the Memphis last year, they're committee people. They like having, or not really committee people, they like having one guy. Well, last year they had 2 guys that accumulated for almost 1,900, a little over about 1,900 receiving yards. We'll say at 1,900, and 15 touchdowns. You lost both of them, Sean Dykes and Calvin Austin III, to the NFL.
Yep.
Right now you're looking at Javon Ivory to replace him. 6'2", 180, 413 receiving yards last year, 3 touchdowns. Going to be tough to replace that workload. But here's the thing. Memphis has proven year in and year out, if they lose a guy, guess what? We got another guy just waiting. And you got the quarterback.
Next man up.
You have the quarterback on your team. So let's run through the Memphis schedule, shall we, Starkey?
Let's do it.
I think we both agree here with State. That's an L.
Yes.
State's going to get their revenge. On the punt gate. For those who don't remember, Memphis, Calvin Austin fair catched it. They said he waved his hand. He said it wasn't ruled a fair catch on the field, ran it back for a touchdown, and you also had 2 number 3s on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
So just throwing it out there. You had punt gate. Navy, that's a win. This is not the Navy team of years past. But here's the thing. Navy's always a trap game no matter how bad they are.
Because they always run that triple option.
Oh, yeah, and they're going, unless you're getting stops, unless you're stopping on the first 2 downs, you're done. They will win in short yardage 3rd down every single time. So that's a trap game there. But I think you win that one, though. Arkansas State, Butch Davis, you suck. That's a win. That's also my wife's alma mater, but that's a W right there. North Texas, the Mean Green. They don't got Mason Fine anymore, so that's a W. Temple.
I have a comment about Temple football, but I'm just going to leave it on. It's not very nice.
Did what's his name still catch? What's his name?
Who is it?
Who was the tight end?
Hang on.
Anyway,
I got it.
Temple's a win.
Yes, 100%.
Even though we still got it.
Temple's a win.
Houston, that's an L. Houston's an L. ECU, they're a dumpster fire. That's a win.
Yep.
Tulane in the membrane. That is a scary game. It's a trap game. They somehow we always play our worst football against Memphis. I mean, against Tulane in Memphis. Memphis always sucks against Tulane. That's a win though. UCF, the rival. This is your last time to play them.
Yep.
We take an L.
The return of one John Rice Plumlee to the Mid-South.
Yeah, he sucks. Quarterback.
I'm gonna do everything I can to go to that game.
You'll be the only John Rice Plumlee fan there. but
Probably.
Tulsa, that's a win. University of North Alabama, that's a win. And you end the season, I would say, against probably the conference favorites, in my opinion, the Air Raid and SMU. That's an L. So I have Memphis going 8-4, 7-5, maybe, because I think they'll probably lose one of those. I think either that Tulane game will get them or the Navy game will get them.
Yeah, I have them going 75, losing to Navy.
Right now, Vegas has us at 7-5. It's the win total. So take the over minus 140. Minus 140. Starkey, the next team. How do you feel about going out west?
Okay, let's do it.
We actually have an Oregon fan on the podcast. So
Shout
we'll
out.
see what we can do. They actually have a guy we're both accustomed to, Bo, but not Bo Jackson, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, folks. Showed flashes of what could be a great player. Never could get it all together. Last year had an injury riddled season, 2,200 pass, almost basically 2,300 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I don't know. You lost your top 2 running backs in Oregon. Die and Vertle both gone. Vertle's in the NFL and Dye's at USC. So, don't really know.
I do have a player to watch, though, for Oregon.
Who?
So, I believe, by the way, that Memphis tight end was Mr. Joey Magnifico.
Oh, Magnifico! Oh, he shattered his leg in the USL. Yeah, Magnifico still caught it, by the way. That's right. I think of Brian yelling of saying Magnifico all the time, but go on, sorry.
So, I believe this is going into either his redshirt sophomore or his junior year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been buried on the depth chart up to this point, but I'm telling y'all, my man is about to go off. Keep your eye on Mr. Isaiah Brevard.
What position?
Wide receiver.
What can you tell us about him?
For the Ducks. He, Sorry, my wife asked me a question. You're fine. Actually, local guy. I know this kid pretty well.
What is up with local guys, like Memphis guys going to Oregon?
No idea. Graduate of South Haven High School. Two sports star in high school. He was a 4-star recruit. I believe class of 21, 20 or 21. But he is about to absolutely go off. He's a mismatched nightmare for defenders. Catch anything in 4 or 5 yard radius of him. The man is incredible. Keep your eye on Mr. Isaiah Brevard. Goes by Zebo. So
okay, I love it. So let's run through Oregon real fast. They play the defending national championships. And right now, looked at it today, the spread is Georgia minus 17.5 points. I think we're going to take that.
Yeah,
Dan
100%.
Lanning gets humbled in his coaching debut against his former team. Then they play Eastern Washington.
That reminds me, sorry, just a second. That is going to be the epitome of the I love you, I'm sorry, keep your teeth in game.
Oh, Shawn Michaels, yes.
It's the Shawn Michaels
Smart say, hey, man, congratulations on your first coaching job. Sorry. What's a big
Start with an L.
Granted, last year, they beat Ohio State, and everyone thought they were going to get slaughtered by Ohio State. But you don't have Dye, you don't have Vertle, you don't have Anthony Brown, and mainly you don't have Kyle Thibodeau.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be a long year. So Eastern Washington, that's a win. They don't got Cooper Kupp in Eastern Washington anymore. BYU, I think that's gonna be an L.
Okay, I actually have that as a dub.
Okay, heard that. I got like a bold predicament here and there. Washington State, that's a win. Now Stanford beat them last year. Not going to happen again this year.
Keep an eye on that new Washington State transfer quarterback, though. He's a boss.
Well, granted, yeah. Well, he played at what was that? It was like some the Incarnational World.
Incarnate Word.
Yes. Stupid name for a college, but then they play Arizona. They suck. That's a dub. They play Chip Kelly. Dub. Cal. Dub. Colorado. L. Gotta have a couple predictions here and there. Washington. Dubs.
Yep.
Play the defending Pac-12 champions. The Utes. L.
Okay.
Then they go to Ohio State. Or not Ohio State, sorry.
Oregon State.
OSU. I'm sorry. I'm terrible for that. Oregon State. That's a win. I have them going 8-4.
I actually have Oregon going 10-2.
Jeez. You must only have them losing to Georgia and Utah.
Actually, I have them beating Utah.
Okay, who's the other one?
My big hot take, bold take, upset for Oregon is actually that Washington State game.
I love it.
I believe it's on the road. I could be wrong on that, but yes, I have Oregon going 10-2. Only losses to Georgia and Washington State.
The Washington State game is on. It is at the road. It is on the road. You are correct. That's a bold predicament there, Starkey, and I love it.
Thank you, sir.
So let's move on to next school. Let's hit the Big Ten.
Let's do it.
So this is my in-laws right here. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm still part of the family after this or not. Cameron Ward is the quarterback from.
Yes, Cameron Ward.
So great season last year in Purdue. You had a controversial Music City Bowl victory over Tennessee. Just throwing it out there. So you return A.J. O'Connell, starting quarterback, 3,700 passing yards, 28 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. A little high on the interceptions, but hey, I'll take it. We're a gunslinger, and I love it.
O'Connell's not where to watch.
You have King Dorius back at running back. Maybe got something there. And then you're returning Milton Wright, who is going to be your starting wide receiver, who I remember watching them play Northwestern, and that guy balled out. However, you do have two massive holes to fill at Purdue. You're returning 16 starters, but you're losing two big ones. You lost Mr. George Karlaftis. Granted, his numbers aren't there, but remember his first-round draft pick to the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
10 tackles for a loss, 4.5 sacks. Not the best numbers. You think, oh, really? That's nothing too bad. He was getting double and triple teamed every time.
Yeah. He was getting Aaron Donald treatment. And
you're losing David Bell. 1,200 to the Cleveland Browns. Sorry, 1,300 receiving yards. 6 touchdowns. All-American. Lots to lose, but hey, you're returning 16 starters. That's great. That's what you want. That's a recipe for success to continue on. You went 9-4 last year. Let's run into it. Starkey, I will actually be at this game. I will be at the Week 1 game against Penn State.
Yep.
Don't know how this is going to go over with my in-laws, but I have them taking a fat L.
I do too.
Just because Penn State coming off a good season, they're going to rebound. Sean Clifford's going to prove the world, hey, I'm more than a game manager. Coming off 3,100 receiving yards, 21 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, and he still has his 2 top targets back from last year. Parker Washington, 824 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns, and Kadarius Lambert-Smith, 521 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. So, yeah, back to that after a little break. Sorry there, folks. Penn State, That's a loss, unfortunately.
Yep.
And I'll be there. Well, they're up. Woo! So 0-1. Indiana State, that's a W.
Yep.
FAU, dub. Syracuse, dub.
Yep.
Minnesota. I think Minnesota gets them back here.
Yeah. I'm
2 years in a row.
Because
they're going to be more focused on Maryland and Nebraska. It's a trap game. Tanner Morgan will rebound from a atrocious, season last year. He had 2,000 passing yards, 10 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Tanner Morgan, you're a 6-year starter. Get it together. They also lost their star running back last year, Mo Ilimbrani. Only played in one game, 100 yards. But the year before, he had in his career, he has over 3,000 rushing yards. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. I think Minnesota will be a loss. Maryland, this little Tua, trash.
Baby Tua.
Baby Tua sucks. That's a win. Nebraska, the end of the Scott Frost era is over. That's a win. Wisconsin, they can never beat Wisconsin. That's a loss. Not today, Zerg. Iowa is returning half their team like Purdue. It's going to be a revenge game. Remember, last year, they were ranked number 2 in the country. Purdue went to Iowa and beat the brakes off them.
Yep.
Not today. Iowa's going to win that one. The revenge tour starts. They're going to win out the season. They're going to beat Illinois, beat Northwestern, and beat IU to finish the season 8-4.
All right.
Kind of see what you got or what you got? Let's go.
I'm probably about to get kicked out of Courtney's family.
Oh, no. You're no longer a Dickie. But you're still a Cox, though, for your prediction. So you got that going.
All the love that they gave me during basketball season when I had Purdue going to the Final Four, I'm probably about to lose it.
Oh, let's go. Where does the hatred start? I love it.
I have Purdue going 6-6.
Oh, no. Okay. So let's start at Nebraska. Is that a win?
No, Nebraska's actually an L.
Oh, my gosh. You have the Scott Frost nightmare. Oh, my gosh. And I
have Nebraska as an L.
Do you have a reason for that, or are you just throwing it?
I don't know. I got a feeling. To quote the great philosophers, the Black Eyed Peas, I got a feeling.
Hey, I'm down for it. Let's go. I love a little chaos. Okay, Nebraska's a loss. Wisconsin?
Loss.
Okay. Iowa?
Loss.
Okay. Illinois? Brett Bielema?
Win.
Northwestern?
Loss.
Oh, no! That's a shocker one there. That's a good one, though.
So I've got Purdue beating Indiana State, Syracuse, FAU, Maryland, Illinois, Indiana, taking L's to Penn State, Minnesota, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Northwestern.
I love it. And you know what? I support the chaos. And when they listen to this, you may no longer be a Dickie, but guess what? You'll always be a Cox with your 9-3, 10-2 prediction. And we love you there for that, Starkey. Okay. Let's get into the state of Mississippi.
Are we not? Do you want to finish out the Big Ten?
Oh yeah, let me flip the page. So let's move on to the.
And then we'll get to the local teams.
Yes, that's a good one. Let's get into the Michigan Wolverines. They have a lot. They have so far right now 4 defensive players that started last year for them returning. That's not good. You also have to replace probably the best dynamic duo in defensive ends. Combined for 25 sacks last year. Aiden Hutchinson and David Ajabo, sorry. That's a lot to replace right there. Because both of them should have been – Ajabo should have been a first-round draft pick if he didn't tear his Achilles in trial in pro days. Should have been a first-round draft pick. It's a lot to replace there. And you lost your starting running back. And you're having a quarterback battle. Remember, this is a team that went over the hump last year, won the Big Ten. They finally beat Ohio State. Got dismantled in the college football championship game against Alabama. So you have quarterback battle. Caden McNamara, 2,500 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. J.D. McCarthy. Let me read this stat to you, okay?
Okay.
So Caden McNamara, in 12 games, he threw in the regular season games, 12 games, he had one passing touchdown or fewer in 6 out of the 12. So in half of the games he played in, he maybe threw for 1 touchdown. And granted, it's Big Ten football. They're going to run the ball down your throat.
Yeah.
Bruh, if my starting quarterback is doing that, holy cow. I have watched J.J. McCarthy highlights. The guy is an absolute freak of nature. He is your starting quarterback.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Jim Harbaugh, your quarterback is J.J. McCarthy, the former 5-star he loves it. He's found the quarterback battle. Give it to J.J. Give it to J.J. He deserves it. He's the better player. He has way more upside than Cade McNamara. Just throwing it out there. But let's break down the season. Once again, a lot of these teams, granted, it's just probably Arkansas. We have a terrible non-conference schedule.
Yeah.
Colorado State, dub. Hawaii, dub.
Dub, and half their team couldn't play.
UConn, dub. You can play the 4th stringers and the walk-ons. That's a dub.
Maryland. Yeah, put the band in. It's a dub.
Maryland.
Dub.
Iowa.
Dub.
IU.
Dub.
Penn State.
L.
Yes. L. Unfortunately, sorry, Mitch. Michigan State.
L.
I don't know. I'm going win. Just because you lost your starting running back last year who won you that game, Kenneth Walker. I'm going dub. I'm feeling a little lucky. Let's get the Paul Bunyan trophy back. I think that's what they played for.
Something like that.
Rutgers.
Dub.
Nebraska.
Dub.
Brett Bielema, Illinois.
Massive dub.
Love Brett, but that's a dub. And then you play the arch rival, Ohio State. L. I actually have them going 9-2.
Yeah, I've got them going 9-3.
No, 9-3. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I've got them going 9-3.
I couldn't count there. My bad.
No, you're good.
No, I have them going 10-2. I'm sorry, 10-2.
Yeah, you did have them going 10-2.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Chris, my math. I can't read my terrible penmanship here for those watching the thing. Sorry. But yeah. What's one thing real fast? I love the Big Ten's rivalry because everyone plays for a giant trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, granted, Arkansas, we play for the boot. That's pretty cool. Y'all play for the egg? Y'all only play for the Egg Bowl trophy. That's it.
They tell me that we play for a Magnolia against LSU, but we really don't care about the egg.
And we play for our rivalry now against Mizzou, which we have to have per the SEC against Missouri, is literally a border of Missouri, Arkansas.
Yeah, and the winner
takes their name.
The border changes colors.
I hate it, but SEC wanted another day. So let's get into the SEC teams. You want to save Ole Miss for last?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so let's start off with the Pirates. Mike Leach just got a contract description. Will they take it to the next level? You're returning Will Rogers, the captain of the Air Raid. 4,700 passing yards last year, 74 completion rate, 36 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. You lost your best wide receiver last year in Micaiah Polk, 1,000 receiving yards, 9 touchdowns. Going to be a lot to replace, but granted, it's the Air Raid. Let's let it fly. Everybody's great. Okay.
Player to watch, Mr. Rara Thomas, wide receiver.
Actually, he's on mine too. I forgot to read it, but hey, I love it. So let's start it off here. And they actually have a couple weird out-of-conference games. Memphis,
yeah, they do. Dub.
Arizona at Arizona.
Dub.
Now here it could be a trap game. I haven't winning, but it could be a trap game just because Arizona is one of the best party schools in the country. You never know. Kind of hard to party down there on the farm. Just throwing it out there. That's a dub. LSU.
Dub.
L.
Really?
It's in Death Valley.
I'm not sold on Brian Kelly.
Huh?
I'm not sold on Brian
either,
Kelly.
and we still don't know who their starting quarterback's going to be.
Yeah, we don't know who the quarterback is.
It's going to be Miles Brenner or Jaden McDaniels, but
personally, I think it should be Jaden. But
winning in Death Valley is going to be tough. So I think that's an L. I think they can win, but I'm just got a feeling I'm going L. Bowling Green. Dub. A&M.
L.
Correct. Arkansas. L. Kentucky.
Dub.
L. Whoa! Okay. You have them beating a sleeper team in the East.
Yeah. That's my big prediction for state. I honestly think that this could be the year that Kentucky makes a run at the East title, but I actually have them losing the state. I think it could be in Starkville, and that'll make a difference. If it is in
Kentucky.
It's where?
It's at Kentucky.
Okay.
Hey, that's a good prediction, though.
Thank you, sir.
Bama.
L.
Auburn. Dub. You know, they really have a terrible stretch here. Just think about it. You go A&M, Arkansas, Kentucky, Bama, Auburn, Georgia, L.
Yep.
East Tennessee State, Dub. Ole Miss,
L.
Dub.
You said what?
I said a dub.
I can't. I can try to be as. I'll be as objective as I can. I can't bring myself to do that one.
I'm going 6-6.
I got to go 7-5.
Wait, do I? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going 6-6.
I've got state losing to A&M, Arkansas, Bama, Georgia, and Ole Miss.
I haven't losing to LSU. Oh, you haven't beaten LSU, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our disparity there. I haven't gone 6-6. They could go 7-5, but I just think it's going to be hard to beat Death Valley.
Yeah.
Especially after, they lost to them last year by 30, so I think it's going to be the same thing. But let's move on to your team. So
let's do it.
You don't know who your starting quarterback is going to be.
From what I've read, both Luke Altmaier and Jackson Dart have had good summers. So it's just a wait and see. Jonathan Mingo starting wideout 1 for Ole Miss has said that both have looked really good. He's built rapport with both of them. So honestly, I'll just go ahead and say this: the first 4 weeks of the season are cakewalks. I wouldn't be shocked if Lane plays both. But by the time we get an SEC play, we'll definitely know who the guy is.
So, I also have a couple more stats for you. You also lost your top 3 rushers from last year: Snoop Connor, Ely, and Matt Corral was your third leading rusher last year. You got to replace that. Don't really have. I mean, you got Zach Evans, but you still lost your top 3 rushers.
Zach Evans, and there is we got a transfer running back from SMU. I'm blanking on his name at the moment.
TCU,
yeah. No,
that's Zach Evans.
No, Zach Evans from TCU. No, we got another guy from SMU.
Oh, SMU's terrible. You don't want anybody from SMU. But you also don't have a true number 1. You got Pearson and Mingo. Mingo has 346 receiving yards for last season, 3 touchdowns. Pearson has 392 receiving yards, 0 touchdowns. Altmaier really only played in 1 game last year, and actually it looked semi-decent against Baylor. I don't really know.
He looked all right with what he had.
Oh yeah. So and you lost your leading tackler last year, Mr. Campbell from California, graduated.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
don't
gonna be a
mind that.
tough year, and and it very well could be the last year of the Lane Train. Florida
I think it.
State's looking rather nice.
I think it happens, but not to Florida State.
So let's run through Ole Miss real fast to wrap up our college football. Troy, like you said, first cakewalks. Troy, Central Arkansas, Georgia Tech, Tulsa, Dubs.
All Dubs.
Here we go. Kentucky, L.
L.
And it is at home too. So that's gonna be a good game there. I may have to go to that. That's gonna be an L. Then you got Vandy, that's a dub. Auburn, dub.
Dub.
LSU, L.
Dub.
Okay, here we go. Controversy. A&M, L.
L.
Bama,
L.
Arkansas.
Dub. But I will say that is the one that I said could go either way.
It's in Fayetteville. Revenge game, baby. And Mississippi State, L.
Dub. I have Ole Miss going.
Go ahead.
I have Ole Miss going 9-3, potentially 8-4, depending on the Arkansas game.
I have y'all going 7-5 or 6-6, depending on the LSU game.
That's fair.
Right now, Vegas has y'all 7.5 wins this year.
I still take that over. Player to watch though, is Mr. Jalen Robinson.
Really? I thought you would have gone with a Michael Trigg.
Well, okay, so you have the top guys. You have Dart, Trigg, Evans, all those 5-star, maybe not 5 stars coming out of high school, but 247 or on 3 rated as 5-star transfer guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jalen Robinson, wide receiver transfer from UCF. Lightning fast. Whoever can get him the ball, good luck trying to catch him.
Good luck trying to have enough time. That O-line is trash.
Our O-line is, believe it or not, it's actually one of our returning strengths. We did got better on the right side. We got a right tackle from Western Kentucky that everyone's penciling in at right tackle. So I'm very, very excited about that.
But
Dude,
I will make folks, they could hear my hot take for tonight is not about your team's win or loss. It will be Lane Kiffin's last season at Ole Miss. He will be moving on to the University of Florida State next year once they fire Mike Norvell.
Honestly, I think this could be the year that Lane goes back to the NFL.
To where?
In fact, I think he goes back to the NFL. I think this is the year.
He's going to stay in college. He's so much better there. He'll either go there or Texas. If Sarkisian can't win in Texas this year, he'll go to Florida State or Texas.
That would track because Lane would end up coaching Arch anyway. I'd probably cry if that happened.
So to wrap up the show real fast, let's just run through it. We have our last sponsor of the night, Mitch. Folks, we save the best for last every week. Mitch, guys, I'm telling you, if you're looking to buy a home or if you're a realtor trying to team up with a home inspector, Mitchell James of Porch to Patio Home Inspections does a great job. When I buy my next house, Mitch is going to come inspect it for me and make sure it's A-okay. I don't want it falling in on me. Mitch is going to take care of you. He's going to give you fair quotes on everything. He's cheap. I mean, he's not cheap in general, but he's very reasonably priced. He'll come to you. He's a local firefighter, so he's not going to want to come put your house out.
Right, 100%.
He's not cheap, though. He's reasonably priced.
Very fair.
Bad terminology there. Sorry. My fault. Not trying to degrade Mitch. Sorry, Mitch. But Starkey challenged us this week I'll let you do it.
All right, so this week, I said, Jared, our hot topic this week has to be, what are your top 3 comfort movies.
Oh, movie? I thought it was TV shows.
You can do TV shows. I think I said movies, but it's
Oh, well,
fine.
I got movies anyway. Never mind, we're good.
Okay.
I had backups. So I'll kick us off and let you wrap it up.
All right.
Number 1, Anchorman.
Okay.
I love Anchorman. Ron Burgundy was one of the reasons why I became into journalism. Just throwing it out there. The next one, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
That's my favorite Star Wars movie. I can watch it over and over and over again and quote it left and right. One of the best. Number 3, sorry. So a little out there. Toy Story 2.
Okay.
I don't
The
know
best one,
why.
in my opinion.
I don't know why it's there, but I love it. I'm a big Buzz Lightyear fan. I cried when we went to Disney World when I was 5 and I had to stand in front of Woody. And my sister got to stand in front of Buzz, and I cried because I was mad. I wanted to be in front of Buzz. It's basically a Buzz Lightyear movie. He's one of the main. He actually gets a very big role in it, and it's just a great story. So, and I can watch the movies. I'll probably go watch one right now when we get out of this, and I edit it later. But yeah, I'll probably go watch one tonight. But yeah, those are my comfort movies.
All right. So, 3-1 with an honorable mention, and I'm shocked that my honorable mention did not make your list.
Okay, let's go.
Gotta go Shrek.
See, I don't like people to assume. I love Shrek. Shrek is love, but it's hard to go. Like, if Toy Story 2 is on, I'm going to choose Toy Story 2 over Shrek. Star Wars, same thing. And Anchorman. But Shrek is an honorable mention, though.
100%. So, number 3, I'm going to go. I was debating back and forth whether or not comfort movie or comfort movie that makes me laugh. So I'm going to give the slight edge to the comfort movie that makes me laugh. I got a good Tommy Boy.
I've never seen Tommy Boy.
Oh, my friend, my heart breaks for you.
Yeah, I've never seen Tommy Boy.
It's so good. You have Chris. You have David Spade, Chris Farley. You have Bo Derek is in it. You have name's on a blank. I'm sorry, but it's a great cast. All I have to say, it's a wonderful cast. It's absolutely hilarious. Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe's in it.
Add it to my list of movies to watch them.
It is so good.
Do that now.
It's one of the. It's by far my favorite Chris Farley movie. It's like his peak SNL days. Him and David Spade, you cannot go wrong. It's incredible. So Tommy Boy's number 3. Number 2, I'm with you. Empire Strikes Back. Just I'll put it on just randomly. I watch that movie probably every other month. It seems like
The best, and it
is the best for sure.
And the good people lose.
Yeah, which doesn't happen. So Empire number 2, and finally number 1, my all-time favorite movie, my top comfort movie, Aladdin. Not the live action, the 1992 original.
That's a classic.
It is my favorite movie.
Aladdin 2, King of Thieves.
That one was all right. It was way better than Return of Jafar was. But Aladdin, the original, is my all-time favorite movie. Came out the year I was born. Scott Winger of Full House fame. Of course, you have the GOAT, Robin Williams. Jonathan Freeman voices Jafar. Gilbert Gottfried, R.I.P., Iago. Linda Larkin. Brad Kane. Just incredible cast. So Leah Salonga, the senior voice of Jasmine. Perfect cast, perfect movie. My top comfort movie of all time. My favorite movie of all time.
I like that. I'm really shocked by your top comfort one. Well, I like it. I want to have one more honorable mention in there.
Go for it.
The Replacements.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies to watch with my old dad. Except Falco. Just throwing it out there. Folks, tonight was a little longer than usual. Thank you for listening with us. We had a lot to talk about, and next week, I promise you right now, we're going to have a lot to talk about, but it won't be an hour and 40 minutes. We thank you for all you listening to us, as always. Thank you for being a part of the BDL community. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at
BDL_podcast.
Starkey manages the Twitter, folks. Give him a follow. You can find him at
Dalton Starkey_.
And you can find me at JaredX52. Starkey's a better follow than me, but I post stuff every now and then. Folks.
Also, quick shout out. Quick shout out to all of my friends with Sideline Sports Network. They were the ones I reached out to them. They were the ones who gave me the players of the week. You guys are excited about for their teams. Go follow Sideline Sports, Ole Miss, State, Michigan, Oregon, Purdue, Arkansas, and Michigan. Give all those guys a good follow. They were really, really helpful this week with the podcast.
Well, let's go, folks. See y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.